So this is now the completed rain catchment system that I've been working on for, I don't know, a couple of weeks. But basically this has cost me probably about $3 in actual like hardware, and everything else is either reclaimed, recycled, reused. So basically all I've done is I've taken a bunch of soda bottles or pop bottles, 2-liter bottles, and cut them into strips, and I'll show you me doing that. And then basically I took wood from trees that we had felled while we were trying to clear our pathway in to create a frame. And once I had the frame, I started putting cross braces on each one and then using the pop bottles. And so basically took a 2-liter pop bottle, cut off the bottom, and the nice thing is you can reuse the bottoms. If you drill some holes in the bottom, you can reuse it for starting plants and things like that, so it becomes a nice little plant holder. And then the top basically you can use as a funnel. So basically I cut out this center section here, folded it in half but like outside of its normal shape, so that it would still have the round shape but doubled over, and then simply basically using a tile technique basically put them across the bottom. And it doesn't look pretty, but it really does work. Once you get up to the top, any rain that falls is going to run down the bottom, will run down to the bottom. I have a couple of splash guards because I found that some of these, when we were testing, the water sort of like sprayed right over, but we have a couple of those, and if I find it's doing too much of that and the water is going beyond the drainage at the bottom here, then I will add some more of those. So at the bottom here, I basically took a whole bottle and I sort of made a gully out of it, basically a gutter. So underneath this is a gutter, and then I covered it with a mesh so that it's getting rid of as much particulate matter that comes out in the rain or gets blown on by trees and stuff like that. So it's not actually going into the water. And then that will come down into a bottle like this, and all I've done is cut off the bottom here. It goes all the way around there and it drains into a collector like this. That's pretty much it. So the thing is that using recycled bottles, here there's no actual recycling program, in that they do pick up recycling, but there's no deposit or anything like that. So a lot of people are actually just throwing their recycling in the garbage instead. So I think this is a great way to reuse pop bottles, and ideally it'd be nice to have a nice piece of corrugated metal and it'll look really pretty, but quite frankly this works just as well, and really at the end of the day it's kind of free. So at the end of the day, the only thing I really spent any money on was a couple of nails, a couple of screws, the mesh down the bottom here, which didn't cost much at all, and obviously something to catch it in. But we are expecting rain today, so I'm hoping that we'll go from completely empty, and we'll see how full this is after the rain tomorrow. So it is the next day, and we did have quite a heavy rain. I mean, like, there's water in our wheelbarrow. The bucket that we have at the back of the camper is full too, and we actually have about half of this catchment bucket here full of rainwater. And the nice thing is this is already sort of pre-filtered, in that there's no leaves and dirt and that kind of residue, and we will actually run it through a filter before boiling it, and it can actually become drinkable water. So so that's the whole system. I didn't do any designs for this. I didn't like draw it out or anything. I just had the idea in my mind. Basically wanted something that was at an angle. You need about a 1/4 inch drop to ensure that water flows, and I mean this is way more than that most of the way up, and I just did it with pieces of wood that I could find, and that we cut, that were pretty straight or relatively straight, and basically sort of like made it up as I went along. But certainly seems like it's quite a successful attempt here at really just about no cost at all. So if you have any questions, please put them down in the comment section below, and I'll be happy to answer those for you. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you know when we post our next video.